Puffing Billy Railway in Victoria's Dandenong Ranges is one of Australia's premier preserved steam railways. 364 days a year, steam operates on the 2-foot 6-inch gauge line between Belgrave and Gembrook. On December the 24th, 2024, we were trackside to see a spectacular kaleidoscope of colour as Locomotive 8A, along with 14A, both returned to service after maintenance periods. Our first scenes are of 7A and 14A, double-heading train number 9, which runs from Belgrave to Lakeside and is double-headed to Menzies Creek. Our first location is the Monbulk Creek Trestle Bridge just outside of Belgrave. Next up is Long Pocket Lane, just before Selby Station. The wet rails and light rain made this trip a very hard one for the crews. At Menzies Creek, Locomotive 8A is seen at the station after running light engine earlier in the morning on a test run following its D exam. The locomotive had been out of service since April of 2024, and this was its first public sighting since then. Train number 9, which is the 10 o'clock train out of Belgrave that we were talking about earlier, splits. The lead engine, in this case 7A, cuts off, runs around, and then takes 6 cars back to Belgrave, while 14A and 10 cars continue to Lakeside. In the midst of all this, 8A returned to Belgrave light engine, in preparation to double head with 7A on the 12:30 train out of Belgrave. From October 2018 to November 2024, Locomotive 14A had been running on oil instead of coal. This was to prevent fires in the Wright Forest during summertime. However, the cost of diesel was going up, so the railway decided to convert the locomotive back to a coal burner in November of 2024. With the train now split, 14A departs with its 10-car train for Lakeside. We'll follow it to Emerald, climbing up the very sharp and steep 1 in 30 grade of Emerald Bank between Clematis and Emerald.
I'm never gonna go.
An extended stopover at Emerald to allow the fire patrol to arrive meant that we were able to see 14A make a spirited departure out of Emerald before its downhill run to Lakeside. Menzies Creek is the first main station after Belgrave. As we saw before, it is one of the busiest stations as well, with trains crossing pretty much every single operating day. Also at Menzies Creek is the Steam Museum, which is home to a number of locomotives from all over the world. Some of the exhibits include Climax 1694, NGG 16, number 127 from South Africa. Another engine is Shay number 14 from the Alishan Forest Railway in Taiwan. Enclosed van 1NH and 129Q, the broad gauge transfer wagon, are also on display. Bayer Garrett G42 is also on display as it awaits its overhaul. The locomotive was running on the Puffing Billy Railway from 2004 to 2021. Other engines include the Tackle Tractor from the Tyers Valley Tramway, Carbon, the Malcolm Moore diesel locomotive, Hudswell Clark number 4, Perry-built Kane locomotive, Delta, along with another De Courville 861, a Day's rail tractor, and Hudswell Clark number 9 from Queensland. After visiting the museum, the passengers returned down to the Menzies Creek Railway Station, where 7A was waiting departure, having run around its train. The loco is waiting here for train number 13, which is the Down Gembrook Pass. Originally planned to be hauled by double-headed NAs, today it's being hauled by DH5 due to the unavailability of 12A. The original plan was for the Christmas-New Year period to have double-headed 16-car Gembrook services, something that had never happened before on the railway. But with the major mechanical failure of 12A on the 17th of December, DH5 covered the services on the 23rd and 24th of December. We'll take a look at this operation in another video. With safe working requirements completed, the departure signal is set to proceed, the pedestrian crossing is closed, and DH5 has got clearance to continue its journey to Lakeside and Gembrook. With its path now clear, 7A hauls train number 14 from Menzies Creek down to Belgrave. This 6-car train forms train number 21, which is known as the lunch train, which runs to Lakeside. seeing it cross School Road just after Menzies Creek, we are now at the Monbulk Creek Trestle Bridge again, as 7A crosses the bridge as it approaches Belgrave. Eight A, which had returned to Belgrave earlier in the morning, was going to double head with 7A on train number 21 as far as Menzies Creek as part of its test runs. This final test would certify the engine to return to service on December the 27th. The first location that we see this second doubleheader with 8A doing all of the work as part of its test is at Sweet Pea Corner, just beyond the Monbulk Creek Trestle Bridge. Our next location is Selby Road. Our final shot of this video is the two engines climbing into Menzies Creek past the up out of home signal. At the Menzies Creek, 8A cut off train number 21 and coupled onto train number 16 with 14 at the head to run push-pull back to Belgrave to complete its testing. We hope you enjoyed this interesting coverage of train operations on the Puffing Billy Railway on Christmas Eve 2024. Many thanks to the volunteers and staff of the Puffing Billy Railway for their assistance in this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on 762 Media.